final segment here. We're going to do round robin style. Give everyone an opportunity to take a minute, maybe 90 seconds, to offer some key takeaways from their presentation. So, Michelle Rose, you had the first presentation. We're going to start with you. Michelle, some key takeaways, please.
So from the defense perspective, the key concept is price impact. Whether you use it to rebut the presumption of fraud on the market, whether you use it at summary judgment on loss causation, whether you use it to challenge expert on a Daubert motion pre-trial. It is a very important concept, and there are some fabulous experts like those at NERA who are fabulous on this issue.
Well, thank you for that, Michelle. Clint Corey, some key takeaways for you?
Sure. Sort of building on what Michelle said as far as price impact, obviously the focus of my presentation is on materiality as it relates to price impact and the interaction between those two. And it will, as we've seen, obviously those concepts are both part of the proof of the class certification, but also part of the proof of the case in chief. And because of that, I believe, at least based on the trend, I see materiality, those arguments about materiality being made earlier, and also maybe the court's looking more closely at those, not necessarily to not certify the class, but to make the proof on the other elements, proof requirements, stronger.
Thank you, Clint. And finally, some key takeaways from Dr. Vinita Juneja.
I guess my takeaways are that, these cases kind of broke wide open in the late 80s with the fraud on the market presumption, and they're not going away. If we look at the numbers at the end of my presentation, we still have these cases. We still have very large cases. For some reason, we saw a larger number than usual brought last year. And so one really needs to sort of stay on top of the evolution of how the courts are looking at efficient markets, what that means in terms of economic analysis, and then, as Michelle and Clint have pointed out, price impact materiality are two very important concepts. They're things that are being looked at earlier and earlier, and you need to make sure that whether you're looking at it from a plaintiff's or a defendant's perspective, that you've done analysis that is bulletproofed in terms of putting those assertions forward that are related to price impact, materiality, and efficiency.